Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Yokah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and nails of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, have mercy upon you. Alright, y'all. I'm on the brother's page, the Hopeful Elect 3. And the name of his video is Eve, the Homewrecker. And who can deny Eve being the main homewrecker when it comes to wrecking the homes of so-called black people, right? Eve is the number one homewrecker. Not saying Jake gets off, but hey, it is what it is. And a lot of these things are people are afraid to speak out and speak on, especially women. You know, especially women is afraid to speak out against other women when they're doing what? When they're doing wickedness. You know, the sisterhood. The sisterhood is very strong in this wicked kingdom, which is America. Well, let's hear the sister out. And this is what's missing in all of the homes of so-called black women. This is what's missing right here. Hear it out.
I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations.
I have been in a side relationship that my husband recently found out about. How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side dude?
Well, first of all, you need to change that convince word to manipulate.
Ooh.
We're not going to play those games right now. You took a vow. You took vows. You stood before God or whatever it is you believe in and said that you were going to love this man in sickness and through health, for rich and for poor. You said that you committed whenever you took that vow. You committed to be there even in the hard times, even in the times where you were not fully emotionally fulfilled. You still took on that position to say that I'm going to have those conversations. I'm going to communicate. I'm not going to breach the trust in this marriage. You lack marital integrity. And if you lack marital integrity, you lack integrity as a person as well. So my next point to make is the audacity must be on sale right now for you to be able to say, how can I convince my husband, a man at that, convince my husband to let me still have a side relationship as if I did not betray this man, as if I did not hurt this man, as if I did not dishonor this man, as if I did not disrespect this man, and you want to ask for something? You want to ask for what it seems like more of a favor because it's only going to work in your favor. It's nothing that is going to work for him. I don't like when we play these games like this. You entered into what you two believe was a monogamous agreement, and you made it a polyamorous thing. You did. Whoa. Let me tell you something else that you did. Let's talk about the lack of responsibility. I'm going to tell you one more thing because I'm sure some other panelists have something to say. This is the problem that I have. Whenever you open up your marriage to something that somebody else did not consent to, if your side piece has depression or anxiety, anything like that, there's a spiritual exchange that takes place when you go sleep with somebody else that you now have invited into your home. So part of the reason why your marriage is not happy is because you were lusting over the fence to begin with.
Do we not agree? This is what a lot of them do, right? And I want to make a point here. Look at this wicked woman sitting by her. She looking like she want to pull her damn head off of her. This woman right here. Look how that woman looking at. Look how she looking at her. She looking at her. She's in disgust. She said, "I can't believe you saying this here." She looking at her like she want to fight her, boy. You know, I might go and pull this up here, but look at her. She exposing and speaking and talking in the manner that she's speaking. Because this is not something that they're used to a woman saying to another woman. Right? Because when the woman said when she first said what she said, what happened? All the women clapping. Hey! Clapping and, you know, wickedness. Wicked as hell. And before you open your mouth, because y'all love what you do, instead of dealing with the subject, you'll try to flip it, take it and flip it. But know this, that say it role was reversed, and we were talking about men. A man can't cheat on no damn woman if the only way a man commits an adultery if he's what? Laying down with another man's wife. Leviticus 20:10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So, I said that to say this, that a man can't commit no adultery in the Lord's eye, and that's what matters. In Yahweh Hashem Yahweh's eye, not what a woman says. So, this is why a lot of y'all have a problem with what we say, and we always getting on y'all asses. Because why? Because you're wicked. And we're very aware that the scriptures speak clearly concerning of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. We know how wicked a woman is. And most of you women know how wicked women is, but with what? You all still what? Stay with the narrative. Because why? Because you're wicked. And we know that we are in the kingdom of Esau Edom, which is the wicked. And this is not going to change until this place is what? Taken from off the face of the earth, man. Literally. You know, literally, when I say literally, I mean all that exists within this kingdom. You know, because the earth is going to always be here. But no one is going to, after this place is I know I'm going off with a little more subject, but guess what? There are lessons within lessons. But anyway, this place is going to be here, but it's not going to be what? Inhabited anymore. Once this wickedness leave and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh destroy this place is not going to have anything but desert creatures inhabiting it from then on. But I'm gonna start on the same precept that the brother posted initially in the beginning, and that was Proverbs 30:20. And it reads, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness." The level of accountability that Eve never takes is overwhelming. And this is something that's always that we as so-called black men face. We face this all the time. You know, you all start arguments with men, with your counterpart, to do what? To run the street, to get abroad, to go to movies, or whatever you want to do outside of what, of being in the company of we would say, because there's no such thing as a boyfriend, no such thing as a side piece. All those are cute little words that is used to what? To try to cover up wickedness. That's all it is. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness. Now let's go straight to the I'm gonna come back over here in Proverbs. Let's go straight to the Apocrypha Ecclesiasticus 25 and 16. And I'm gonna read down. I normally jump through this right here, but I'm gonna read on down to it because all of it is relevant because it deals with what? A wicked woman and her ways. You know, there are chapters and among chapters of what? Of precepts that deal with the wickedness of a woman, Eve, starting with the so-called black woman. You know, we don't care, man. We don't care because that you all get attitude. We know most of you are not going to listen because you're not going to listen because it's simple. You're not going to listen. You're not going to listen because why? Because you're in what? You're in Esau's kingdom, and Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has afforded you bad habits, bad ways. Because who don't know that know the scriptures that you should not allow a woman to what? To get abroad, meaning run the streets. When you allow this, she's what? Because she's what? She's a easy candidate when it comes to being tricked and fooled. You know, y'all trying to be smart, but you're not smart. But you know, you think because your wickedness, you get over, you may get around and sneak and do certain things. That don't mean you wise. That mean you sneaky and wicked. That's all it means. And in due time, the Lord gonna give you what you've been searching for. This is Ecclesiasticus 25 and 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. That woman that asked that question, and this old demon sitting beside her, huh? These are wicked women. These are wicked women, and they can't stand women, but they hate sisters. I done seen. Hey man, thousands of times, man, where a sister would say something outside of the realm of having of the sisterhood back, and man, they come at her like no other. But you know, that's a woman. You know, women are going to, you know, they'll fold. You know, some be wanting to do right, but they can't do right because they got a bunch of evil sisters that's coming at them. But you gotta be stronger than that, sisters. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be able to what? To stand the wickedness that's gonna come, because trust and believe the Lord got the last say so in all things. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Sample X so. Look at her countenance. Look at her. See the glow in this sister right here versus this sister right here? Look at them evil eyes, y'all. Look at the evil look that she's giving her. If she could do something to her at this present moment when she was speaking and saying what she was saying, she would definitely do that. You know what? Let's play it again right quick. Let me get the beginning of it right here. Let's play this again.
So my next point to make.
Look at her.
Is the audacity must be on sale right now for you to be able to say, how can I convince my husband, a man at that, convince my husband to let me still have a side relationship as if I did not betray this man, as if I did not hurt this man, as if I did not dishonor this.
Hey man, let's get back on this wicked sister here with that evil look that she's giving the sister, man. You know, it's amazing though, and you know this sister don't even care. Says she don't care. She don't give a damn about what because she's what she got a spirit of truth in her, and that's all that matters. Verse 17 again, Ecclesiasticus 25 and 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall what? Shall sour bitter. It what? His wife. Because she's wicked. She's out of control. She can't be controlled. Why she can't be controlled? Because you're not afforded in Esau's kingdom to control your wife in any manner. You know, and I don't, one thing about Eve, a lot of you women, they fight like men. And how do you deal with women that fight like men? You got to treat them like men. You want to fight? Fight. Yeah. You got to treat them like men. Why you got to treat them like men? Because this is the energy that they're going to give you. Hey, man, some of these need their ass beat, man. Literally, they need them beat. Because why? Because this is what they're giving you. They're always lifting up their hands to try to put their hands on you. But when you return that same energy, now you ain't no good. Now you are no good nigga. You like beating on women. Hey man, that shit is a con when I hear it, man. You know, that's why I don't try. I'm not trying to ease up no kind of way and saying I don't touch no women. This, that. Now you put your hands on me, you don't get your hand put back on you. And guess what? Even Esau's law gonna stand with me. I don't give a damn. Cause I don't bring violence. I don't start mess. I don't put my hands on no woman, a man less than a woman. But when you put your hands on me, you gonna deserve to be put. You know, a lot of you all need to be taught a lesson, man. But we're coming in the back. We're coming in these times that y'all are going to feel the heat, man. And not gonna be just hands being put on. You're gonna be. A lot of you gonna be did real bad doing Jacob's trouble, man. A lot of you gonna be doing real bad, and you know. And you're gonna wonder and be wondering why the Lord doing it to you, because of what you've been doing in your life, and we're here. The Lord is gonna return within our time. If you can't see that, then guess what? You're not a spiritual person. You don't know anything about the scriptures. You want to Esau's kingdom to keep going in the manner that it is, because why? Because you're wicked. Verse 18, Ecclesiasticus 25 and 18. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And the portion of a sinner fall upon her, meaning what? Her sins are worthy of death. Nothing happens by chance. When you see people get put to death and they're dying a tragic death, that person, that spirit and that person deserved that portion of that death. The Lord don't make mistakes, man. And the scripture is very clear concerning a sparrow, as small as a sparrow is, when it falls from the sky and die, the Heavenly Father sanctions that death of that sparrow. Verse 20 of Ecclesiasticus 25 and 20. As the climbing up a sandy way is the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of what words to a quiet man. You know, most of these so-called black men, they quiet, man. Because most men are quiet because why? They don't have no win in Esau's kingdom / Eve's kingdom. Even though you all belong to us, we still don't. You all still have a portion of this devil's kingdom, man. This is why y'all are so proud and y'all are able to control the inner workings of the home and the children, because Esau has afforded you this. Verse 21 of Ecclesiastes 25 and 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure, which is what a lot of these Jakes make a lot of dumb move when it comes to worried about, chasing women that, walk around with drawers of the ass and thumbs. When you chase a woman like that, you deserve what you get, what she gonna give you. Can't nothing good come out of chasing a woman that walk around with drawers on in the public. Ecclesiasticus 25:22. A woman, if she maintains her husband, is full of anger, impudent, and much reproach. Meaning what? This woman here has no shame. Most of these women that's in the audience, you can count the clapping of the hands when this woman was giving her spiel, meaning the truth, versus someone of this magnitude speaking, and she's going to be speaking what? She's going to be putting down men, and she's going to be talking negative towards men. This is what we have to. I know, this is our slim pickings. Even though women outnumber us in the manner of like they do, it's still not enough women to go around for what? For righteous men. If we all that is righteous, for a righteous man to read a righteous woman, hey, let it be so. But that's not how it's going to fan out in these times. These times that the Heavenly Father that we are in, that put us in, the Heavenly Father put us in Yahweh, we are being tried. And we're going to be tried. And Eve, you have a more of a trying stage of you being right than the so-called man, because the scriptures is very clear concerning 1,000 out of 1,000 men I found one that is righteous, but out of 1,000 women I have found none. So it's very clear with who y'all eagerly just call God. The true name is Yahweh. He's giving us what? An example of who's more righteous than the next. The man always, 9 times out of 10, is more righteous than what? Than a woman could ever be. Why? Through her we all die. Verse 23 of Ecclesiasticus 25:23. A wicked woman abatteth, meaning what? She's a constant beat down and lowering and reducing a man down to nothing. She never let up. Because why? She's always trying him. She's always trying to get under his skin. Eve got that bad. Eve always trying to get under your skin. Always trying to just trying you for what? For her reason, just to get a laughter. And just to see how you're gonna respond and see if you're gonna be what? Weak. See if you're gonna be a weak man. And a lot of these brothers weak as hell. Because 9 times out of 10, they stand in the home with these, but a lot of them Jake that be with these wicked Eve, man, they be a bunch of pants sagging niggas anyway, and they all fool with the same men just about. A wicked woman abatteth the courage maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. She's beating that man down. That woman that asked the question in the beginning concerning how can I keep my the man that I'm cheating with, side piece. They give it cute names to try to justify the wicked behavior when it's all wickedness. Verse 25. Ecclesiastes 25:24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Verse 25 of Ecclesiastes 25:25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad, meaning to run around in the streets. This is what you get. This is what you get when you allow a wicked woman to run around in the streets. Ecclesiasticus 26 and verse 8. A drunken woman and a gatter, and Eve love parties. Eve love drinking, love having fun, right? She's always looking for the next party. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. Meaning what? Those are street runners, man. Now let's go to back over here in Proverbs 31 and verse 3. This is for you weak jakes out there, right? Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which would destroy kings. So you don't supposed to ever give a woman your strength, because when you do that, you allow her to do what? To do what she want to do what she will. You don't supposed to never allow a woman to do what the hell she want to do. Because when you do that, she don't have no, most women, not all women now, but most women, when I say most, I mean 90+% percentage of them don't have, they can't control themselves when you allow them to get up. It's just like money. When you give them all your money, what are they going to do? And they know bills that have to be paid. You give them all your money, they'll what? Most of them have what? Terrible spending habits. They'll spend all the money knowing they got to pay bills, but they'll go buy material possessions and things and will not do what? Do the right thing with what? With the money. Hey man, you can't make a short and sweet video when you're dealing with Esau, Edom, or Eve, because these there are tons of lessons dealing with the wicked and the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, and their counterpart, which is Eve. They both work hand in hand. This is what I want. Ecclesiasticus 26 and 9. No, I don't want that. Let's go back over here to what I said. Proverbs. No, I didn't go to Proverbs. I want to go to Proverbs. I did 31 and 3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to what? To that which destroy kings. Let's go to 33. Ecclesiasticus 33 and verse 19. Ecclesiasticus 33 and 19. Give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend, power over thee while thou livest. And give not thy goods to another, lest it repenteth thee, and thou entreat for the same again. You always got to be a man, man. Always got to be a man. Stand up. Don't let no woman run over you. Don't even let a man run over you. Even your children. You got to say no sometime. And women don't know how to teach children to say no, because they're too busy doing what? Buying them what they think it's more to raising a child than feeding and clothing them. It's more. Think about, women have the mental capacity to think that the more they buy their children, that's the more they love their children, which is madness. Just because you buy your children $1 million for clothes and shoes and cars and whatever, that don't mean you love your child. You ain't teaching them shit. You ain't teaching them anything. No discipline at all. Give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend, power over thee, while thou livest, and give not thy goods to another, lest it repenteth thee, and thou entreat for the same again. Now, verse 20 of Ecclesiasticus 33 and 20, which I was just speaking about. As long as thou livest and have breath in thee, give not thy thyself over to any. For better is it that thy children should seek to thee. Meaning what? Your rules. What you say do and don't do. Seek to what? Seek to your rules. For better is it that thy children should seek to thee, than that thou shouldst what? Stand to their courtesy. Their courtesy meaning let them do what the hell they want to do. And this is a common theme in the homes of what? Of us. Because why? Because most of our women allow the children to do any damn thing. They allow what? These damn iPads and Android phones and stuff to what? To raise their children, man. Why they do what? Why they do what they do? Playing on social media all day long. As long as thou livest and hast breath in thee, give not thyself over to any, for better is it that thy children should what? Succeed to thee, than that thou shouldst what? Stand to their courtesy. Don't let them have their damn way. Because this is what Eve constantly will allow a child to do damn near anything they want to do, man. Now let's get a few more precepts back on Eve. Where do I want to go? Many places to go, y'all. Let's see something here. Let's go back in Proverbs. Let's go to, I think that's 22. Hold on, let's see something. Oh, that goes into a child. Yeah, I read this into Proverbs 22 and 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will what? He will not depart from it. Meaning, you got to teach them discipline. Not let them do what the hell they want to do, because when you do that, and then when that child comes up and be rebellious towards you, who taught them that? Or who didn't teach them right from wrong, and don't do this and don't do that? You what? You done it. 22 and 15. Foolishness is a, there are lessons within lessons. I'm gonna get back on the topic. There are lessons within lessons. You can't be. There's no such thing as a bad lesson if you breaking the scripture down in correct manner. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from what? From him. So nothing wrong with whooping your child ass. Whoop it because why? When you, hey, that's why these children never a bunch of monsters, and they don't know it. They emotional, especially the men and women. They emotional as hell. I'm talking about that raised by women and women only. They're emotional, and they quick to do what? To act out. Because why? They're so quick to act out. Because this is what they used to seeing. Their mama being what? Being over the home and being what? Thinking that she's the what? She's the one that he or she should be following, which is madness. What I want to get here? I think I did that. That's that Ecclesiastes 26 and 16. Hold up. 25. No, I done that. Right quick. Yeah, 14. Ecclesiasticus. Let's see. No, 13. Let's see something. I'm going to go through that 13. 13, which is Ecclesiasticus 26 and 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her what? Her husband. In her discretion will what? Will fatten his bone. Meaning her decision making. Huh? Her decisions, meaning she making decisions. Because a lot of women don't make decisions. They just do what? They let the house be what? In chaos. And they let it do what it do, long as what? No one is killing one another. Madness. But Verse 14, Ecclesiasticus 26 and 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Well instructed, or a woman that what? That knows how to be quiet. That shit is nerve-wracking, man. Always running that mouth and thinking, everything's cute, everything's funny, everything's a joke with Eve. Everything is a joke with Eve, man. Because that's how she was raised. I don't want that. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Verse 15 of Ecclesiasticus 26 and 15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her countenance, mind, what? It cannot be what? Cannot be valued. Nothing. Her mind cannot be valued, man, at all. A woman that what? That has, that is shamefaced, meaning pays attention to what she put on, and not just go in the street, leaving no imagination for anything. Let it all hang out. A shamefaced and faithful woman, that's a faithful woman in is a double grace. She's a double grace to whoever she's with. In her continent mind cannot be valued, man. Cannot be valued. Now it's coming to mind. Ecclesiasticus, what that is, 36 and 22. The beauty of a woman cheers the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. Man love nothing better, man, than a loving woman, man. That love, that true love. The love that they have been taught in the homes here is what? Is fake. Because of the love that they teach, the 4-letter word love that they teach in this wicked place. 1 minute they'll say they love you, then the next minute they would. They laying down and getting pounded by not just one man, several men. Just wickedness, man, everywhere. Verse 23 of Ecclesiasticus 36 and 23. 36 and 23. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her what? Her husband like other men. So there we are. These are not my words. I'm not making it up as I go. I'm reading the scriptures. This is the Lord. And this is the only thing that matters, which is the Lord, the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Not what she thinks, or even what he thinks. What Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua says. And his words are what are spoken through what? Through his prophets. He that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, a help like unto him, and a pillar of rest. So when you get up, she's your possession. Eve don't like that. She don't like to say, I'm not nobody. Yeah, you are afforded that right in Esau's kingdom, because Edom gives you that liberty, because he knows by giving you that liberty, you're going to destroy the home. And this is exactly what you're going to do and continue to do until what? Until your Yahushua comes down here and put you back in order. He that getteth a wife begetteth, but it's going to start before the end. Jacob's trouble. Most of you are going to be in order and going to get in order, because you're not going to have a choice. See, you can't give you a choice, because when you give you a choice, you're going to make the wrong decision all the time, because you would. Most women are selfish. They are selfish, and they're going to continue to what? To react out and act out in a negative manner, because they're so used to, especially in Esau, Edom kingdom, most of them not going to come out of it, because they're what? They're in these stumbling blocks. He that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Genesis 3 and 16. What that desire? Thy desire shall be to what thy husband, and he shall rule over you. So stay tuned. We're coming back into those times where your husband will rule over you, because Esau's kingdom is declining, and then when the Esau's kingdom declines, what happens? Order, true order, meaning woman following men, is going to go back in order, and you're going to not what have a say so in what in nothing, because your decision making is not decision making. Your decision making is what is wickedness according to your heart, meaning your mind, meaning what you're making the wrong decision left and right. So when that number say call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rukaha Kudash Shalom.